Welcome to tonight's matchup between the visiting Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Packers. Bear with us tonight. We're having some technical difficulties with our scoreboard showing up tonight, so we're going to do it radio style here. Cody Wirtzfeld here on play-by-play, and Kenley will be jumping in with color, and she'll be working the scoreboard. We just have a late start here. It's 15 minutes, 21 seconds to go in this first half. Score is 0-0. Again, if you're just joining us, we are having some technical difficulties with our scoreboard tonight. And so we're just going to go play-by-play style. So we'll just actively let you know the score, the time, fouls, all that good stuff. So the Bruins are going to have the ball here on the right side of the screen. They'll bring it up the court with the left-handed dribble there. They'll cross half court. That'll be Komorowski that has it. She'll pass it over to Erickson, Caitlin Erickson. And the Bruins will put up a shot there, and it will be off the mark. It's going to be Packers ball. Ellie Halverson will inbound the pass here for the Packers on the left side of your screen. The Packers are in their white uniforms with white numbers, and the Bruins are in their brown uniforms with gold numbering. Jordan Knudsvig will have it here at the top of the key. She'll pass it over to Grace Weary. She'll work to her right. She'll drive, loses control of the ball, and it'll fall out of bounds. Score is still 0-0 here with 14:41 to go in game one of this tripleheader between the visiting Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Packers. And that's going to be Komorowski. That'll bring it up the court. She'll pass it over there to Nikki Treganelius.
Yep, Treganilski, I believe. Treganelius, yep. Yeah, you were up here dealing with those technical difficulties, and at that one we had to get a few players. The coach was like, yeah, I don't even really know that one myself, so bear with us at least tonight, as there's two of them I've been told. They're twins.
Nikki and Lexi, both sophomores, 5'4" sophomore guards. Score is 3-0 in favor of the Bruins. Time left here is 14:10 to go. And the Packers just scored 2 points there, 3-2. Bruins have the ball here. They'll cross half court. Pass it back over to Caitlin Erickson. Back up top to Amelia Komorowski. And back to Erickson. Now down to Lexi Treganelius. And over there to Komorowski, who puts up a three, no good. Kept alive there by the Bruins. And Emily Jordahl will put up a shot there, and she's going to draw a foul. That's going to be the first Packer team foul. Bruins lead this one 3-2 with 13:41 to go. And we'll have a timeout called by the Packers. Timeout called. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll stay here as it appears our commercials aren't working as well. So we'll just stay here on the court. This is game one between the visiting Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Packers. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Van Dam Chiropractic. The Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank these awesome sponsors for their help and for support in North Dakota high school athletics. The Bruins will be at the line. That'll be Emily Jordahl, whose first shot is up and in. She extends the Bruin lead to 2. Score here is 4-2 in favor of the Bruins, 13:41 to go in this first half. And Jordahl goes 2 for 2 at the line. Extends the lead 5-2 in favor of the Bruins. Grace Weary will bring it up the court here for the Packers. She'll drive to her right, and she'll be called for the carry there, and that'll be a turnover.
You know, Cody, in that previous play where the Bruins were able to get that line, are able to go to the line, that was just a nice job by the Bruins, just hustling after the ball, not giving up on it, as the Bruins kind of snuck in right there, was able to get that one back in, and she was able to put up some shots and take over the lead here.
Bruins have it there on the far side. It's going to be Erickson who has it at the top of the key. She'll pass it over there to Komorowski, who's going to have a little reverse layup there. No good. Packers have the ball here. 5-2 in favor of the Bruins. 13:15 to go in this first half. Jordan Knudsvig has it here for the Packers. She'll be at the top of the key. She'll pass it over to Grace Weary on that left elbow, looking to drive, and that ball's just going to be taken away by the Bruins. And the Bruins will inbound the pass on the far side. Lexi Treganelius will inbound the pass to Komorowski. Back to Treganelius at the top of the key. Over there to her sister Lexi. And back to Komorowski at the top of the key looking to drive, and that's going to roll right off her foot there, and it's going to be Packers ball. Couple substitutions for the Packers. Kennedy Engler and Anisha Davis will check in for Jordan Knudsvig and Callie Rude. Bruins still lead this one 5-2 with 12:45 to go. Halverson will bring it up to that Packer bull at half court. She'll work to her left. She'll take the nice little jumper there, a little strong, and that is off the mark, rebounded by the Bruins. Bruins bring it up the court here on the far side. That'll be Komorowski that has it back to Atwood at the top of the key, over to Komorowski, and she'll draw a foul. That'll be the Packers' second team foul here. And we'll have a couple substitutions for the Bruins. And that's a nice pass down to Emily Jordahl, but her shot's off the mark. And Kennedy Engler's gonna try and take that ball away, and it'll result in a jump ball. Bruins lead this one 5-2, excuse me, with 12 minutes and change to go. Bruins will have it at the top of the key. That'll be Komorowski. Back down to Charbonneau, and out to Komorowski at the top of the key. She's looking to drive. She'll hand it off to Jordan Atwood, who has it. She'll be guarded by Grace Weary. Grace Weary's going to poke that away, and the Bruins are going to have to reset here with 10 seconds to go. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Komorowski will put up a three there. No good. Rebounded by Anisha Davis, and she'll bring it up the court here. She'll look to drive all the way and put up a shot right off the backboard, and she'll cut the Bruin lead 1 point here as the Bruins still lead this one 5-4.
You know, Cody Davis did a really good job there. She had 4 girls who were kind of in her way. Did almost what kind of looked like an attempt at a Euro step. Wasn't quite good to get it, but was able to still get around, able to put that ball up and get the ball to drop down into the net.
As a shot will be put up there by Jordan Atwood, and they're going to say that was a 2. So the Bruins extend the lead to 3, 7-4 in favor of the Fargo South Bruins. 11:15 to go here at West Fargo High School. Moulton has it down in the paint, tries to put up a shot off the backboard, no good. And Engler's safe, can't keep the possession alive for the Packers. And we'll have a couple substitutions. Olivia Schultz and Jordan Knudsvig will check in for the Packers. Fargo South will have the ball here. They'll bring it up the court. That'll be Amelia Komorowski. She'll work it up the court on the far side. She'll be guarded by Schultz, looking to drive, dishes out to Komorowski, who puts up a 3 off the front of the iron, rebounded by the South Bruins. And they're going to say it was West Fargo Packers ball. As the Bruins will pick up their first team foul. That first foul will go to Abigail Charbonneau. And Jordan Knudsvig will bring it up the court here. She'll work to her left, spin around a defender there. Knudsvig will put up a shot and dish it to Moulton, and Moulton's going to get the layup to go. And one, she'll go to the line to shoot 1. Try to get the 3-point opportunity. With that shot there, the Packers cut that Bruin lead down to 1. Bruins still lead this one 7-6 with 10:44 to go in the first half. Moulton puts up a shot there, and we got a tie ball game, folks. West Fargo Packers and Fargo South Bruins both tied at 7. Bruins are going to bring it up the court here. They'll cross half court with the right-handed dribble. That'll be Komorowski that has it. She'll pass it back to Komorowski. And a shot will be put up there by Jordan Atwood, and it'll fall out of bounds.
As we've kind of seen, Atwood's been the one who's put up the last few shots here for the Bruins. It's something that maybe the Packers maybe are going to become more aware of and try to close her out a little bit. She hasn't made her last few shots, but still just getting the fact that maybe that's the person on this C-Squad team that the Bruins go to and just defending her a little bit tighter so she's not even given the opportunity to put that ball up in the air. As
Davis is looking to drive, she's stuck, gives it to Moulton, who backs down in the paint, puts up a shot off the glass and kisses the backboard there, and the Packers retake the lead here 9-7.
You know, Cody, that was beautiful. She had that pivot foot. She faked one way, had the girl going. and turn around the other way, and as you said, kiss it right off the glass, and in the basket it went.
That'll be the Bruins' second team foul here. As Nikki Treganelius will inbound the pass. She'll pass it into Caitlin Erickson, who has it at the top of the key, and she'll pass it back over to Jordan Atwood. Atwood would give it back to Treganelius, and that ball's going to fall out of bounds. That last foul there for the Bruins was committed by, the Packers, excuse me. Check that. Jordan Knudsen is going to drive. She'll kiss it off the glass there and gets the layup to go. Packers extend the lead to 4, 11-7 in favor of the Packers. 9:30 to go in this first half. Bruins will bring it up the court here. They'll dish it back to Caitlin Erickson, who puts up a 3, and she got it. Nice shot there from Caitlin Anderson. And the Bruins cut the Packer lead down to 1, 11-10 in favor of the Packers. 9:15 to go here. Davis has it. She'll work to her right. She's looking to drive. She'll dish it back out to
Shoot that, shoot that.
Knudsvig, as yes, she's just got to take the shot there. Moten tries to keep it alive for the Packers, but no good.
Yeah, when Davis was wide open from right there, and we've seen in previous games, she hit a nice little jumper last stand against the game against Moorhead, so she's got the shot. She knows she can do it. It's just moments like that as a player that you sometimes don't realize how open you really are, and that you should really just take the shot because you got the chance and the opportunity to put it in.
And that'll be Atwood that has it. And that pass will be almost intercepted there by Knudsvig. Tried to pick it off, but just couldn't quite get the handle, and the Bruins will retain possession. They'll inbound the pass here as that ball fell out of bounds and was last touched by the Packers. They'll inbound the pass there to Lexi Treganelius, but that shot's off the mark, and Davis is going to come away with it. She'll hand it back to Knudsvig, who has it here on the near side, gives it down to Schultz. Back out to Knudsvig, who's looking to drive, quickly met there by a Fargo South Bruin, and that pass is almost taken away there. And we'll have a foul here by the Bruins. That'll be the third team foul, and that'll be the first personal foul for Caitlin Erickson. Checking in for the West Fargo Packers will be Ava Block. She'll check in for Davis. And Knudsvig will inbound the pass here for the Packers. 8:21 to go here in the first half. Packers lead 11-10.
There's a little bit of a miss out there for the Packers. But again, Bruins doing a good job. They're definitely staying in with this one.
As they'll bring it up the court, they'll cross half court, pass it over to Caitlin Erickson. Erickson has it on the far side. She'll give it back down, or she'll try to give it to Lexi Treganelius, but she wasn't able to do that as she met a defender there. And we'll have a timeout called by the Fargo South Bruins. If you're just joining us here, we're having some technical difficulties here at West Fargo High School. And we can't get the scoreboard pulled up here, so we're going to do this radio style here. And we'll just talk about the Magnitude Sports upcoming schedule. And today we'll also be broadcasting today we'll also be broadcasting West Fargo United versus Williston in girls hockey from 7 to 9:30. We'll also be broadcasting Fargo Davies versus Devils Lake in boys basketball 4:15 to 9:30, and Perham versus Holly in girls basketball JV and varsity from 6 to 9:30. Fargo South has the ball here. They'll have it at the top of the key. That'll be Caitlin Erickson. She's looking to drive to her right, gets around defender, dishes back out to Komrosky, and that shot there by Jordal's off the mark.
That was a beautiful play there by the Bruins, getting that ball down low, finding the open girl. Nice little pass there. It was Komrosky who said pass that one right down there. So good job on their part.
As Block has it here, and that pass will be intercepted by Komrosky. Shot put up there by the Fargo South Bruins is no good, and Block is able to come away with it for the Packers. She'll work it up the court on the far side. 7:30 to go here in this first half of game one of this triple header. Packers lead 11-10. That shot by Block at the top of the keys off the mark, but Schultz is going to come away with it and put up a layup. No good. Rebounded by Komrosky. She'll reach that Packer ball at half court, cross half court, looking to drive. Puts up a shot, and that's a nice layup there by Komrosky. She's got 2 more points on the night. And with that shot right there, the Bruins lead this one 12-11 with just under 7 minutes to go here. Schultz has it. She'll pass it down to Ella Schroeder, who puts up a shot, no good. And a foul will be called here. I believe that's going to be on the Bruins. That's going to be their 5th team foul. As Grace Weary will check in for the Packers, as well as Kaylee Moten. As we see Schultz and Schrader go take a seat on the bench. Bruins will inbound the pass here with 6:45 to go in this first half. Komrosky will cross half court. She'll pass it over to Nikki Tregonelius. Backed up to Komrosky. Over to Erickson, who puts up a shot, no good, and Block will come away with it. Nice steal there from Ava Block. She'll try to give it to Grace Weary, but Nikki Tregonelius is right there to intercept that, and she's looking to drive, puts up a shot, no good. And a foul will be called on the Packers. I believe that's going to go against Ava Block, and that'll be her first personal, and that'll be the 6th team foul for the West Fargo Packers. Score here is 12-11 in favor of the Packers. 6:18 to go. As that pass will be over the head of Komrosky, and that'll roll out of bounds, and it's going to be Packers ball. Grace Weary will inbound the pass here on the south side baseline. She'll pass it down to Moten. And it's going to be Bruins ball. They'll inbound the pass to Lexi Tregonelius, and she'll pass it off to Komrosky. Back over to Lexi Tregonelius at the top of the key. She'll pass it to her sister. That's off the mark and rebounded by Anisha Davis. Davis will cross half court here for the Packers. She'll pass it back to Weary, who's looking to drive. Nice pass around defender there over to Knudsvig. Back down to Weary. Weary puts the little baby hook shot, no good, but she'll draw the foul and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the Bruins' 4th team foul. 5:42 here to go in this first half. Bruins lead 12-11. Grace Weary's looking to take the lead with 2 free throws here. Weary puts up the shot, up and in. Tie ball game here at West Fargo High School. Packers and Bruins both at 12.
You know, Cody, and she's usually one that we see in the JV game as well, so it's going to be interesting to see if she's going to be in both halves of the C-Squad game and just one half of JV or one half of C-Squad and 2 halves of JV, because so far tonight, this has been a really close game. Packers are only up by 1. It hasn't been high scoring. No team's really taken over and taken charge, and it's really, honestly, anybody's ball game, which the score on the scoreboard being 13-12 really shows that.
Like you said here, Packers lead this one 13-12 with 5:30 to go. Davis will inbound the pass here for the Packers. She'll inbound it to Knudsvig. Knudsvig will bring it up the court. She'll cross half court with that right-handed dribble, so she'll switch back to her left. Cross-court pass over to Grace Weary, looking to drive, hands it back to Davis. Davis puts up a 3 near side corner, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Knudsvig. Knudsvig tries to put up a shot there, no good. And Weary will be there for the rebound, and she'll draw the foul, and that'll be the Bruins' 5th team foul, and Weary will go to the line to shoot 2. Grace Weary gets the first one to fall. She extends the Packer lead to 2, 14-12 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 5:12 here left to go in this first half. Can't quite get the second one to fall, and the score will still be 14-12. One possession game here at West Fargo High School. Bruins will bring it up the court here. They'll cross half court, pass it over to Caitlin Erickson. Thought about the 3, dishes over to Amelia Komrosky instead. And Packers will intercept that and come away with it. Davis will bring it up the court with that right-handed dribble. She'll work to her right. Tries to get it to Rude, but Lexi Triganelius is right there to intercept it, and then it's going to be a turnover for the Packers. Bruins will have it here. Komrosky is trying to pass to one of her teammates, but that was deflected in the air, but she's able to retain possession. Caitlin Erickson will have it here. And a 3 will be put up there by Caitlin Erickson, no good. And Davis will come away with it. Davis will work that right-handed dribble. She'll work her way up to the top of the key, back to Ellie Halverson. Grace Weary for a 3, off the mark, rebounded there by Davis as that fell right into her breadbasket. And the Bruins are able to keep that ball alive here, but the Packers come away with it. Halverson over to Weary, thought about the 3, electing to drive instead, puts up the right-handed floater, and she got it. Packers lead 16-12 with that shot right there. 3:51 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and good job down low by Rude to just kind of poking that ball out so her teammates were able to get the opportunity, which then caused, her teammates to get the ball, get the second chance, and eventually some points on the board so they could take the lead.
Komrosky has it here for the Bruins. She'll pass it out to Caitlin Erickson, who puts up a 3. No good, as that wasn't able to get to the rim. It's going to be Packers ball. We'll have a few substitutions for the Bruins, as Packers will bring it up the court here. Ellie Halverson will have it here for the Packers. She'll work her way to the top of the key. She'll give it back to Anisha Davis, who thought about the 3, elects to drive instead, puts up the shot, and gets it to go. Davis extends the Packer lead to 6 points. Here, 18-12 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 3:08 to go in the first half. Lexi Triganelius has it, hands it over to Jordan Atwood. Back down to Jordahl, and Jordahl tried to give it to Charbonneau, but she just wasn't ready for it, and that's going to fall out of bounds. It'll be Packers ball.
That was a great job there by Jordahl, seeing that a girl was open. So far tonight, the Bruins have had some really good down-low passes, 2 that I can even remember right off the top of my head, where the girl on the other side of that block has been open. Both times where they just weren't able to grasp the ball, it looks like the other player just wasn't quite ready. And when you're down low, you got to be ready for that ball at all times, even if it's given to the player on the opposite end of the court of you.
Davis is here on the near side. She'll hand it back to Grace Weary. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Moulton puts up a shot, too strong, rebounded by Engler. 3 seconds left on the shot clock, is able to get the shot off. And the Packers are able to get a new shot clock, and Halverson puts up a 3 that's short. And a jump ball will be called as Weary and Jordahl were fighting for it there. Possession arrow will be given to the Packers. 2:20 here to go in this first half. Packers lead 18-12.
Cody, I think it's something to notice that Halverson usually makes those 3, so her being short and well short on that one is out of the blue for her.
Moulton puts up a shot, no good. Engler's able to keep it alive, but that falls right into the Fargo South Bruins. And Komrosky will bring it up the court. She'll dish it out to Lexi Triganelius, who puts up a 3 that's no good, and the Packers come away with it. Halverson is heading up the court with full head of steam. Looks to drive there. Charge could have been called, but it won't. And Halverson gets 2 more points. She extends the Packer lead to 8, 20-12 in favor of the Packers with 1:45 to go.
And you're right, it could have been called. It also could have been called as a body, so important to note that the ref let it play out on that one. She may let it play out on balls to come.
2 there by the Bruins, cuts the Packer lead down to 6. 2-possession game here, 20-14 with 90 seconds to go. Halverson has it here on the far side. She'll spin back to the top of the key. She'll hand it down to Moulton, who's right at the free throw line there, and gives it over to Davis, who's looking to drive. Steps back, looks to get it down to Moulton in the paint, who backs around, spins around the defender, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by foul will be called, and that'll be the 6th team foul for the Bruins. Second personal for Charbonneau. First shot by Moulton's off the mark. As she's looking to extend the West Fargo Packer lead here. as she does with that shot right there. 21-14 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. 7-point lead here at West Fargo High School. 1:05 left to go in this first half. Komrowski has it here in between the circles. She'll be guarded by Grace Weary. She'll hand it back to Jordan Atwood, and that pass is deflected. Grace Weary will have it here for the Packers. She's looking to drive, spins around a defender there, puts up a shot, no good, gets her own rebound, puts up another shot, no good. Second chance opportunities here for the Packers, and Weary's just going to bring it back out. Nice hustle there by Amelia Komrowski to force the jump ball. And Knudsvig and Schrader will check back in for Davis and Moten.
Yeah, Packers is getting a little unlucky there, and if you're the Bruins on the Bruins side tonight, you're thinking, man, they got really lucky. That was at least 3 opportunities for a nice little bunny to go in, and they weren't able to get any of them to drop. So I think that net monster might have returned down to that south end hoop.
Atwood has it here, but Weary is able to take it away. She's got numbers. Nice dish to Knudsvig, who puts up a shot that just rolls in. Score here at West Fargo High School is 23-14 in favor of the Packers. 20 seconds left here, no shot clock. Komrowski will bring it up the court. She'll dish it over to Emily Jordahl, who's looking to drive, puts up a shot. That's well short, and it'll fall into Kennedy Engler's hand. She gives it to Halverson. 5 seconds left here. Halverson's got to work quick. Passes it. Looks like a pass, but might have been a shot. That's no good. And the score here at halftime is 23-14 in favor of the West Fargo Packers here.
And we got no commercials right now or anything, so we're going to leave it here on the home page here on the video screen. So we'll leave you with the Packer Bowl as halftime is 10 minutes. So we will be back on in about a few. But other than that, stay tuned, and Cody will have the second half coming up for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to West Fargo High School. We have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds until the second half here of Game 1 of this triple header between the visiting Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Packers. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Van Dam Chiropractic. Without these wonderful businesses, the Magnitude Sports Media Network wouldn't be able to broadcast North Dakota High School athletics, so be sure to thank them for all they do if you see them out in the public. We'll give you a little update on the upcoming schedule here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Big night here for us on broadcasting. We'll be broadcasting West Fargo United versus Williston in girls hockey from 7 to 9:30. We'll also be broadcasting Fargo Davies versus Devils Lake in boys basketball, CJV and varsity from 4:15 to 9:30. C game will start at about 4:15, JV at 5:45, and varsity at 7:30. And then lastly, tonight we'll be broadcasting Perham versus Holly in girls basketball, JV and varsity from 6 to 9:30. Tomorrow, Saturday, February 13th, we'll be broadcasting West Fargo United versus Minot in girls hockey from 2 to 4:15. We'll also be broadcasting the Bismarck Blizzard versus Grand Forks Knight Riders in girls hockey from 2 to 5. And lastly, we'll be broadcasting Perham versus Esco in boys basketball, CJV and varsity from 3 to 6:30 here.
And you might want to stay tuned for that Magnitude game with West Fargo United. I think you said Minot is on Saturday. Yep. I might have seen something posted by Jay DeCan, the athletic director here at West Fargo High School, saying that game might have been moved to 1 o'clock, but that is not 100%. So that was he would have just posted that on his Twitter page a little while ago. If you were a Packer fan, he's a great person to follow on Twitter. He posts every week and every day what games are being held, what times are being held, where they're at, how many people are allowed, and stuff along those lines. So make sure to give him a follow if you are a big Packers fan and would like to know what the Packers sports teams are doing.
Yeah, we have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds here until the second half. Kenley, what do you think the coaches for both teams are telling their players at halftime here with the score of 23-14 in favor of the Packers?
It was a slow start for both teams, Cody. Both teams weren't really getting over, taking control. Packers did a good job coming away with it at the end a little bit, kind of having some nice passives, some nice fast breaks. For them, I think they got to just keep going. They can't slow down. Sometimes they come out of this halftime a little bit like, we've got almost a 10-point lead. We're going to slow down a little bit. But that cannot happen. As we saw earlier, the Bruins did a really good job defensively, only holding them to less points than them by 1 point, or not drawing as many fouls on the shot. So they did a good job. As for what the Bruins need to do offensively, I think they got to really give it to Komorowski and see if they can get something going. They haven't taken control really with the night. They've had good tendencies, good ideas, getting that ball down low to the to the opposite post player, but they just weren't ready for it. So I think being ready for the ball, just coming out a little bit more prepared in this second half will definitely help them in their chances of coming away with a win.
Yeah, we have about 1 minute, 5 seconds here as we see both teams huddle up for some last-minute discussions here. Once again, this is Game 1 of our triple header between the visiting Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Packers. Packers lead this game right here 23-14. Immediately following the conclusion of this game, we'll be having the JV matchup and then the varsity matchup between the Bruins and the Packers. If West Fargo Packers fans, you were here last night and watched the West Fargo Packers successfully win in the C Squad game, JV and varsity as well.
Yeah, Cody, Bruins fans, you got a great player in Addie Wagner. She's only a junior, and she's been playing since, from as far as I can remember, I'm pretty sure she was playing as a 7th grader. And she currently holds the record, at least, in the EDC for most three-pointers made, most three-pointers and attempted. So she's going to be pretty deadly for them beyond the arc, and it's going to be interesting to see what Mike Benson does defensively and what the Packers try to do to shut her down.
Yeah, we saw that last night as the Packers played Moorhead, and they had a 7th grader as well that played in the C-Squad game shooting from beyond the arc. And then we got to the varsity matchup, and it seemed like every shot for both teams was going beyond the arc, including that one Moorhead spud that took a couple shots right at that 10-foot volleyball line. and swish those like it was nobody's business.
Yeah, Zimmerman for the Spuds was on one of them, was clearly behind that 10-foot white line right there. That's a little bit above the arc there on your screen. And you're right, she swished it like nobody's business and had no hesitation. And then Downer came in for the Spuds and dropped a few of her own from quite a ways beyond that arc as well.
All right, back to this game here. Ellie Halverson has it here for the Packers. Score is still 23-14 in favor of the Packers. 5:24 here to go in the second half. Knudsvik has a nice dish to Rude. Rude puts up a shot, kisses the glass there, and gets it to go. 25-14 in favor of the Packers. Packers have an 11-point lead here. Bruins are looking to bring it up the court with that right-handed dribble there. That'll be Nikki Treganelius that's looking to drive. She'll dish it out to Caitlin Erickson, who walks over in between the circles. She'll pass it over to Lexi Treganelius, who gives it back to Erickson. Now Jordan Atwood has it at the top of the key here. She'll be guarded by Kaylee Moten. She'll hand it about 6 feet to her left over there to Erickson. Back to Lexi Treganelius, who puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Knudsvik for the Packers. She'll bring it up the court with that right-handed dribble, give it back to Halverson, puts up the jumper there off the front of the iron. Rebound goes to, they're going to say jump ball as Davis and Treganelius. That'd be Nikki Treganelius who is fighting for it there, and possession arrow will be given to the Bruins. 14:30 to go here in the second half. Packers lead 25-14.
You know, Cody, it probably doesn't help that Lexi Treganelius is 21 and Nikki Treganelius is 22. And making it just a little bit more harder for us up here in the booth calling out who the right Treganelius it is.
And that'll be Lexi Treganelius that puts up a three, far side corner, no good. And the Packers are able to come away with that. Rude gets the rebound there, and she hands it over to Knudsvik, who has it in between the circles here for the Packers. She'll work to her right, back to Davis, the right elbow, back over to Halverson for the three. Don't leave her wide open. She'll hit those 9 times out of 10, and she can't get it to go there, but Packers are there for the rebound and gets the layup to go. Packers lead this one 27-14, 13-point lead for the Packers with 3:42 to go here in the second half. Erickson puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by Moten. Moten hands it off to Knudsvik, who crosses half court there. Walks her way up to the top of the key. Passes it back to Halverson, who almost loses it, but back over to Knudsvik. She'll dish it over there to Moten. Back to Halverson, far side corner. Back down to Rude. Looking to get around defender there. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Erickson, and she'll come away with it. Bringing it up the court with a full head of steam on the near side, looking to drive. Circus shot, no good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis brings it up the court here for the Packers. Got to be careful there as Erickson was trailing her, looking for the pickpocket. And Davis has it here at the top of the key. She'll work to her right. Loses her dribble, hands it off to Knudsvik at the free throw line. Back to Knudsvik. Over there to Davis for the three, up and no good. Rebounded by Halverson. Halverson shots off the side of the backboard. She resets here, gives it over to Knudsvik, who puts up a shot, draws a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot two here, as that'll be the first foul on the Bruins in the second half. 27-14 in favor of the Packers. 12:36 to go here in game one of this triple-header. And a timeout will be called by the Packers. Timeout called.
And you know, Cody, I want to point out there that the Bruins are now in a 2-3 zone. So Packers doing a good job. Again, when that 2-3 zone hits, especially in any type of zone, but that 2-3 zone, your main opening is going to be right at the top of the paint, kind of where the male ref is standing on your screen. And Packers did a good job getting that ball down low, finding the opening. Knudsvik then cut down there after, I believe it was Halverson was able to get that rebound. So good job on the Packers, realizing the situation and realizing where the opening areas are on the court.
As both teams break from timeout there, and Knudsvik will be at the line to shoot two. First shot is up and no good. Looking to get the second one to fall. And she can't get it, so Knudsvik goes 0 for 2 at the line. And the Packers are going to pick up their first team foul here. That'll be the second team foul on Callie Rude. Or second personal, excuse me. Bruins bring it up the court here. Atwood has it. She hands it over to Caitlin Erickson, who works to her left, back to her right, puts up a three, no good, off the backboard. Excuse me there, as Knudsvig will come away with it. She'll drive, dish it down to Halverson. That's going to be out of her reach. And Caitlin Erickson will poke that out of bounds, and it'll be Packers ball. Schultz will check in for Davis. Score here is 27-14 in favor of the Packers, 12-12 to go. Schultz has it here on the near side, hands it off to Knudsvig, and back to Rude, who's working down in the paint. Gives it out to Knudsvig. Back to Rude, puts up the baby hook shot. No good, off the side of the rim there, and the Bruins come away with it. That'll be Nikki Treganelius that has it here. She's looking to drive, puts up the layup, no good, rebounded by Rude, and Rude will give it to Schultz, who gives it to Moten. Moten's not able to keep it alive there, and the Bruins come away with that.
Yeah, somehow Treganelius was able to come away with that. I'm not sure how she was able to get that ball to stay in bounds, but yeah, we'll just put it at that.
Sometimes a little luck goes a long way, as Knudsvig has it here in between the circles. She'll work to her right. Gives it to Halverson right at the free throw line there. Resets it back out at the top of the key. She'll work to her right and gives it to Moten. Moten gives it back to Halverson, over to Knudsvig on the far side, back down to Rude. Rude puts up a shot there, no good, rebounded by Moten. And Moten puts up a shot there, and the Packers are able to come away with it. Knudsvig has a little jumper there off the mark, rebounded by the Packers. That's going to be Moten. A lot of opportunities here for the Packers, and they're able to convert by Olivia Schultz layup there. Packers lead this one 29-14, 15-point lead here with 10:43 to go in the second half. Nikki Treganelius has it here. She dishes to Erickson. Back down to Jordahl. Her shot's off the mark, and that ball will fall out of bounds. And the Packers will have the possession here. Knudsvig will inbound the pass here for the Packers. She'll give it to Halverson, who will reach that Packer bull at half court. She'll work to her right and tries to get it down to Moten. That pass was a little too far there, and Moten would have caught that pass out of bounds if she did. Engler puts up a shot and gets 2 more points here. Extends the lead for the Packers, 31-14, and we'll have a full timeout called by the Bruins here with 10:08 to go in the second half here in game 1 of this triple header. Packers lead this one 31-14.
And we'd like to remind everyone, tonight is senior night here at West Fargo High School, so we are going to be honoring the 2 seniors here, one of them being Ashlyn Deemerth and the other being Brent Geeson. So only 2 seniors on the varsity team this year, but we're going to be wishing them good luck on their future and giving them congrats on their careers in basketball and school so far. So stay tuned for that one. I believe that's going to be at the beginning before the basketball game starts, the varsity game starts.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Kenley, Ashlyn Deemert will be playing her collegiate basketball and softball at Valley City State University, so congrats to her.
Yep, you'll see her on the court and on the field, and you'll see Deemert on the field this spring too. Hopefully we'll be able to get outside, get playing. We didn't get a season last season, but we're all praying for one this season. So you'll be possibly hearing her name if Magnitude's going to do some of the softball games. So yeah, definitely keep your ears out for her, as she's got a career to come. And
Deemert's older sister Lauren is playing at Jamestown, and I believe Jamestown plays Valley City in softball, so maybe a sister versus sister.
It's a little bit of a rivalry. If I'm correct, most of Ashlyn Deemert's family actually went to Valley City State University, so the fact that her older sister went to Jamestown was a little bit of a rebel cause there by Lauren Deemert. There wasn't a lot of Jimmy stuff in their household, and then when Lauren committed, the Jimmy gear came out, but I think Ashlyn coming back and playing for VCSU is going to give her dad a reason to put away that Jimmy sweatshirt and maybe put on that Vikings one instead.
Packers are inbounding the pass here right under the baseline on the north side of the court here. They lead 31-14 with 9:46 to go. Nice pass from Knudsvig to Engler, and she kisses it right off the glass there. 31-14 in favor of the Packers. Bruins bring it up the court here. They'll bring it up across half court with that right-handed dribble. That'll be Nikki Treganelius. She'll hand it over there to Caitlin Erickson. Back down to Jordahl, who's looking to set something up in the paint. Gives it back to Nikki Treganelius at the top of the key. And that shot will be off the mark there, and possession will stick with the Bruins. Charbonneau will check in here for Erickson. And Block will check in for Knudsvig. Bruins inbound the pass there to Atwood, but she just loses it, and the Packers come away with it. Block puts up a three on the near side corner, and she got it. 3 points there for Ava Block. 36-14 in favor of the Packers. 9:02 to go here in game one. Nikki Treganelius is looking to drive. She'll dish it out there to Charbonneau, who works to her right, and she'll hand it back to Treganelius. And she's looking to drive, quickly met there by a couple of Packer defenders, and Lexi Treganelius puts up a three, and she's got it. So both teams trade threes there. Score is 36-17 in favor of the Packers. 8:35 to go here. Halverson has it here right at the top of the key. They'll leave her wide open, and Halverson can't get the three to go. Rebounded there by Jordahl. Jordahl will pass it to Nikki Treganelius, who brings up the court with that right-handed dribble. She'll be guarded by Block. She'll hand it over there to her sister, Lexi. And Lexi puts up a shot there, and she's got it.
Bruins showing up from behind that three-point line now, Cody.
Starting to heat up as they have 2 threes on their last 2 possessions. Halverson has it here, 36-20 in favor of the Packers. 8 minutes to go. Schultz tries to get it to Engler, and Engler's able to lose it but get it back. Block puts up another three there, no good. Rebounded by Schrader for the Packers. Packers reset the clock here, and now Block has it out the top of the key. She'll hand it down to Schrader in the paint, puts up a hook shot there, no good, and the Packers will draw a foul. Check that, Bruins are going to draw a foul as that went to the Packers, and that'll be their second team foul. That'll be the Packers' first personal. That foul will be assessed to Kennedy Engler. Lexi Treganelius will have it here. She'll pass it over to Nikki. Back down to Jordahl. Puts up a shot, no good, but Jordahl will draw a foul, and she'll go in line to shoot 2 here for the Bruins. That'll be the Packers' third team foul. 7:21 to go here in the second half. Packers lead 36-20.
Jordahl doing a good job driving down low, causing the Packers to then draw the foul, and that's Ellinger's second. And, you know, she's pretty vital down there to the Packers. Again, it is her second. There's 7 minutes left. So I do want to point out, Cody, neither of the teams got into that bonus in that first half. And as a Packers fan, you got to be pretty darn proud of your Packer players for that, because we both know that doesn't happen very often.
Jordahl goes 0 for 2 at the line, or 1 for 2 at the line, 50%. At the free throw line. Schrader has it here. She has a nice layup, hook shot there that goes off the backboard and in. 38-21 in favor of the Packers. 6:55 here to go in the second half. Nikki Treganelius is looking to drive, loses control of it. And they'll say that ball will fall out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Treganelius, and it'll be Packers ball.
Let's talk about that hustle there from Treganelius. She almost got that corralled in before stepping on that line, or at least her body and the ball getting on that line at least 1 or 2 times. So good job by Treganelius not giving up. As she just didn't give up, and that's a big thing in basketball. Your second chance opportunities are what makes the difference in this game.
3-pointer there from Schultz is off the mark, and the Bruins will come away with it. That'll be Lexi Treganelius that crosses half court with the right-handed dribble. She'll step back, give it over to her sister, Nikki. Gives it down to Jordahl, who puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded there by Schrader. Schrader hands it off to Schultz and back to Halverson. Halverson has that at the top of the key for the Packers. She'll give it down to Engler. Back to Block at the top of the key, puts up a 3 off the mark, rebounded by Schultz, who has it right at the free throw line. Back to Block. Block's looking to drive. Quickly met there by a Fargo South Bruin. And look at these second chance opportunities here for the Packers. Schultz is going to drive, puts up a circus shot, no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2, as that'll be the Bruins' second team foul here with 5:48 to go. Packers lead this one 38-21. That foul will go against Lexi Treganelius, and that'll be her first personal of the night. Schultz dribbles there, puts up the free throw, no good. Looking to go 1 for 2 here, as she does. And with that, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Van Dam Chiropractic. The Magnitude Sports Media Network would like to thank these wonderful sponsors for allowing us to broadcast North Dakota high school athletics. If you see them in the public, be sure to thank them for all they do, as we wouldn't be able to do this without them. Packers have the ball here. Schrader has it down in the paint, gives it back out to Schultz. Back down to Schrader, looking to get around defender, puts up a hook shot, and she gets it to go. She extends that Packer lead to 20 points, 41-21 in favor of the Packers, 5:15 to go. Treganelius brings it up the court here for the Bruins.
As we saw Schroeder go back down and use the same exact nice little left hook shot as she did before and get her 4 points on the night.
And a timeout will be called for the Bruins here. So we'll take a quick 30-second break here as we see both teams go to their coaches.
And, you know, we talked there for a little while, Cody, about Ashlyn Deemer, but we can also not forget about Bryn Geeson, who's a big asset to the West Fargo Packers basketball team. And the one thing that I always notice, especially when I'm looking up stats and getting things ready for the next game, is the fact that 9 times out of 10, Bryn Geeson is the leading assister for the West Fargo Packers, which means you're probably not going to hear her name a lot because she's not the one that's making the basket, but I cannot tell you how important it is for teams to have players who can find the open girl. This is not a one-sport game. It does not work where it's just you against 5 other people. So Geeson being able to find the girls and lead her team in the assisting category is quite a feat, and does a really good job on her part. As we also saw her last night. She had some nice threes from downtown. Was able to get some points for her team as well. So don't count her out. She's not going to be the person with the leading score, as that usually is Morales Simon or Chloe Fow, as those girls pretty much dominate down low. But she will lead and assist, and she's an essential part of this West Fargo Packers girls basketball team.
And Kenley, you talked about it earlier, Addie Wagner will be one to watch here for the Fargo South Bruins, a 5'7" junior, and she'll be a good asset for the Bruins.
Yeah, you know, I remember playing her back when we were in middle school, and I thought, man, this girl's good. And the next year she was on the varsity team as a 7th grader, and I tell you, she might have been feeling a little scared, but she sure didn't show it, as she looked like she was ready to go.
Steal there by Schultz, but she goes out of bounds as the shot clock expired there for the Bruins. And it'll be Packers ball here, as Davis will inbound the pass here on the far side.
You know, I'm not quite sure what happened there, Cody.
Looks like when the Bruins had possession, the shot clock was winding down, but Schultz tried to poke it away, and the ball fell out of bounds, and I believe a shot clock violation was called there. As Erickson has it here for the Bruins, she'll pass it to Nikki Treganelius, who hands it off to her sister Lexi. Back to Erickson, and she'll have it, and she'll pass it over to Lexi Treganelius on the near side corner. Back to Nikki at the top of the key, looking to drive. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Good ball movement here by the Fargo South Bruins, but they got to get a shot off, as they do, but that won't reach the basket there, and it'll be Packers ball.
You know, I think Davis was able to get that rebound, but I think her foot was right there, and I don't think the Bruins realize it. But you know, Cody, it's going to be interesting. The big thing to watch there was if we had replay, but which we don't, would have been if Davis got that rebound and got her foot on the line before that shot clock went off.
Three-pointer there off the mark, no good. And they're going to say Schroeder was the last one to touch it, so it'll be Fargo South Bruins ball. As we see the Bruins inbound the pass here to Erickson on the far side. Back down to Lexi Treganelius, puts up a three, no good, rebounded by Schrader. Schrader gives it over to Davis, and Davis will bring it up the court here with that right-handed dribble. She'll pass it over to Block for the far side corner three, and she got it. Block gets another three. She's got two on the night. As Erickson will bring it up the court here for the Bruins. She'll stop right at the top of the key there, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis brings it up the court here for the Packers. She'll hand it back over to Ava Block, who puts up another three from the same exact spot as before, but this time it's a little short and falls right off the rim. Erickson will come away with it. She'll give it back to Jordahl, who puts up a three off the front of the iron, rebounded by Rude. Rude gives to Schultz in transition, and Schultz's shot is blocked by the Bruins. Good hustle there. And Schultz will be able to draw the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. As that'll be the Bruins' third team foul, fourth personal for Caitlin Erickson. Schultz gets the first one to go, and Kennedy Engler will check in here for the Packers. 45-21 in favor of the Packers. 3 minutes to go in game one here at West Fargo High School. Schultz will get the second one to go. She goes 2 for 2 at the line. And now the score here is 46-21. Erickson has it here. She's playing with 4 fouls. Gives it down to Jordahl, who's looking to work in the paint. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Rude. Check that. That rebound goes to Engler.
They fought over it themselves, then we're like, oh, shoot, never mind, we're on the same team.
As Davis has it here at the top of the key, she'll work to her right. Nice screen set there by Schultz, but it doesn't work. And a trial will be called there by Davis, and possession will be given to the Bruins. Caitlin Erickson will bring it up the court here with that right-handed dribble. She'll work her way up to the top of the key, hand it back to Lexi Treganelius, back down to Jordahl. And Schultz will intercept that pass there. She's running with the full head of steam, but she'll draw the foul there. And Caitlin Erickson is going to pick up her 5th personal, so she'll be done for the night.
And good hustle there by Erickson, not giving up on that play. I just got a little unlucky there, and she got that 5th foul, and as you said, Cody, she'll be done for the night, but tremendous hustle on that last play there by Erickson.
Schultz will be at the line here once again and gets the first free throw to go. And with that, she extends that Packer lead to 26 with the score of 47-21. 2:19 to go. With that shot there, the score is now 48-21. Bruins have the ball here. That'll be Nikki Treganelius, who works that right-handed dribble right across half court. She'll work her way to the top of the key, looking to drive to her right. Over to Jordahl on the near side corner here, and she'll be called for the travel there. She picked up her pivot foot. And Block will inbound the pass here on the near side to Knudsvig, who will bring it up the court with that right-handed dribble. She'll reach that Packer ball at half court. In no hurry at all here with a comfortable lead here for the Packers. Block steps back for the long two, no good. Falls right into the hands of Rude, but she wasn't able to corral that, and that ball will fall out of bounds. And the score here will remain 48-21. 1:50 to go here in game one of this triple header. Nikki Treganelius will have it here at the top of the key. Nice pass down to Emily Jordahl, but that goes right between her legs. As Treganelius was falling down, she was able to get that pass around her defender, but Jordahl just wasn't able to corral that. Bruins will inbound the pass here. They got 15 seconds left on the shot clock here. Nikki Treganelius is looking to drive, puts up a jumper there. No good. Rebounded by Engler. Engler hands it off to Block, and Block dribbles around defender there, crosses half court with the right-handed dribble. She works her way to the top of the key, hands it over to Schultz. Back down to Engler, who has a nice shot right off the backboard.
That was a great job by Engler, just turning around, squaring up to the basket, taking the shot, and using the glass as her friend.
Engler has, that backboard has been nice to her, as I believe every shot from her has been off the backboard, so banks are open for her tonight.
Yeah. Backboard is your friend. I cannot say that enough. And when the bank is open, you're using that backboard as much as you can.
Shot there by the Fargo South Bruins is off the mark, but they're able to rebound. Score here is 50-21 with 54 seconds to go here in game one of the tripleheader between the Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Packers. Packers are looking to catch the Bruins in transition, as that pass to Knudvik was just out of her reach. Didn't really allow her to get a shot off. She gets the ball back, and that's a nice save there by Engler. And a foul will be called here on the Packers, and that'll be their fourth team foul. That'll be the third personal for Callie Rude. Bruins will bring it up the court here. 32 seconds left on clock here, and that's a nice three there by Emily Jordahl. Score here at West Fargo High School is now 50-24 in favor of the Packers. 20 seconds left in this game. Shot clock is turned off. Knudvik has it right at the free throw line. 15 seconds left. And the Fargo South Bruins, are able to come with it. 5 seconds left here in this game. Jordahl puts up a three off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Engler. And that'll do it, folks. Packers take game one against the visiting Fargo South Bruins with a score of 50-24. We'll be back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network